So another question that people have is, how do I maximize the effects of Qi Coils for your mind and body? First, I recommend is to experience both the yin and the yang coils. So we have both the yin and the yang available. And most people get both of them because they do have a very different feeling. I just had a friend try the yang coil. He wanted to try the Qi Coils. I said, okay, we're out of Qi Coils because we all sold out. But I have this yang coil. I usually don't give away a yang coil right away because it's so intense. But I said, okay, you want to try it out? Just be careful with this. So I gave it to him, and he tried it out, phase frequency, and he said, yeah, what the yang coil really focuses your energy is a contraction feeling, and the word he used was anticipation. So when he played the yang coil through the app, he had a sense of anticipation, like you're waiting for something to happen, and it helped him work and more focused on his work, and he helped him to be, more productive, which is good. And he says he likes that feeling. I said, well, don't use it too much because you don't want to be in that like concentrated state for too long, because that's just like working out, every day, too much. So you don't want to do that. Okay. The yin is kind of opposite of that. It kind of opens and spreads, relaxes. And people ask me, well, which one do you use for focus? Well, you can use both for focus. Yin is kind of like a relaxed focus. And then the yang is kind of like a, intense focus. So both can help you focus, depends on what kind of focus you want. As I said, like I just said, the yang coils give you a sense of anticipation. So especially if you are someone that is very lethargic, you feel like you may be depressed, right? You may be lack of energy. You may be procrastinating a lot of things that you want to get done in your life, and you may be, you may be kind of laid back. So you want to balance yourself. So your personality is generally yin, generally, the feminine side. I'm not saying all females like this, but in Chinese philosophy, the female yin, yang is a male. So if you're that kind of person, then you'll probably benefit more by using the yang coil to balance out your energy, and vice versa. If you're someone who is really aggressive, you're always moving, always going to go, you can't sit still, you always got to be doing something, you're always extremely focused. That's like me. So you'll probably benefit with using the yin coil more. And I think everybody needs to use the yin coil because nowadays everybody's stressed out. We all stressed out from work. We all stressed out with all the electromagnetic frequencies from our phone, from Wi-Fi, 5G, GMO foods, and we're getting really stressed out, and everybody's tense and focused and too much contraction. So I think we can benefit a lot better by using the yin coil. So that's why we don't sell the yang coil by itself. We always sell the yin coil. And if you want the yang coil, you have to buy it together, because if you use too much of the yang coil, it's not good for you. So make sure that you balance yourself with the yin. So with the yin and yang coil, it allows you to learn the difference between, first, the different feelings between the counterclockwise and clockwise. Then you can experience the difference in the frequencies and how they feel. Track us all in your journal, in your Qi Coil journal, okay? So in your Qi Coil journal, you should say, today I use the life force frequency, and I use the middle one, and this is what I felt. So you can ask yourself, what do you feel in your mind? What do you feel in your body? Okay. So this is where meditation helps, because you really have to quiet yourself, quiet your mind, quiet your body, and really experience and feel it. What do you feel in your mind? And you need to have vocabulary to explain to yourself what you're feeling. Many people don't even have the vocabulary. So what do you feel in your mind? Do you feel your mind contracting? Do you feel your mind expanding? Okay. Do you feel did you feel it in the frontal part of your head? Do you feel it in the back of part? So physically, where do you feel the tension and the consciousness? Do you feel it on your face? Do you feel it in your eyes? Like, where do you feel it in your mind? Is your mind you know, do you feel, do you start having more thoughts? The frequency of thoughts? Are you having less thoughts? Are you just experiencing, you're just relaxing, and you're just being instead of having thoughts coming in your mind? So write that in your Qi Coil journal as well. And you also want to ask yourself, you know, does it make you feel happier? Does it make you feel more angry? Does it make you feel more stressed out? Do you have negative thoughts? Do you have positive thoughts? And it's okay if you have negative thoughts. People think that meditation, when they meditate, all these negative thoughts come out. They have anger, they have, you know, stress, or they have, you know, negative emotions come out. And you know what? That's normal, because your body is cleansing itself. Your mind is cleansing itself. And when it does that, these things start to surface in your consciousness. And it needs to happen. And so a lot of people, they give up on meditation because, oh, I have too many negative thoughts. Well, these negative thoughts need to come out and be purged from your consciousness before you can clean it out. So, so that may happen when you use the Qi Coil. You may start having these negative things that come out, like maybe some traumas that happened in your life in the past, or maybe some bad dreams that might happen. But that's normal, because, like I said, it's purging, it's cleansing your consciousness in order to be more positive. Okay, or it could be the opposite. A lot of people also experience really profound dreams. People experience insights or revelations that they would never have experienced without the coils. For example, the first time I listened to the consciousness expansion frequency, that night my dreams were like amazing. It's like lucid dreaming. Basically, I can remember the dreams vividly. Most people, when they wake up, they can remember the dreams for like the next 2 minutes or so, and then they forget everything, right? So, but these dreams were so vivid that, you know, I can remember it the next 2 days later. And then the experience is just out of this world. It's really hard to explain. So people experience dreams. So track that down, write it down in your Qi Coil journal. So you know which frequencies, because some frequencies you play on your sleep, you just totally black out, you wake up and there's no dream. And that's good, because sometimes you just need to have a good rest and just rest your mind and just have really deep sleep. But sometimes you want to have a dream. Sometimes you want to explore. So you have a different frequency for that. Personally, I use the Trinity frequency, one of the advanced frequencies, for just totally blackout sleep. You know, you fall asleep and then you wake up, you don't even know you slept. And then it's already, you know, you already slept 8 hours. So one of the frequencies can do that. Or the consciousness expansion, that's the one if you want more dreams. And what else? So that's for your mind. So also you want to track where you feel it in your own body. Parvinder, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi. Hey. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe you can share with us how to maximize the effects of Qi Coils for your body and mind. Do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I'm a holistic practitioner. I would say that you know, the Qi Coil is an ideal tool to maximize the effects of meditation. Obviously, that's some of what you touched on, but also I find it's just really handy for any type of body pain. So for example, like I just went on a trip in the summer and I took the Qi Coil with me because obviously I can't take a large coil with us. So yeah. I took the Qi Coil, you know, it's really just easy to pack and take with me. And I found that it just really helped me settle down for the evening when I wanted to go to sleep, because normally when I travel somewhere, it takes me a while to fall asleep. And so I just found that I just got really restful sleep with it. You know, maybe this is too much information, but a lot of people end up getting constipated when they travel. So I found that also didn't happen. If I did have any pain in the body, you know, I would just put it on the area of the pain and use it for that. Even when I was on the plane and I ended up getting neck pain after the trip. And so then I just put it on my neck. I was able to fall asleep and I pretty much slept for the whole flight. So I came back, instead of being tired, I came back rejuvenated. So, and that's what I usually like recommend it to people. Like, even like you can take it with you to the office. You can take it with you, you know, while you're driving, you know, if you have a long commute, you know, take it with you. So you just feel calm and awake and serene and, you know, preventing things like road rage. So yeah, I would say it's just a really practical tool to have with you when throughout your day, just because it's small and you can just plug it right into your phone, and then your phone becomes, I would say even the phone becomes, instead of giving off EMF, like harmful radiation, you know, it kind of transforms into a positive radiation emitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on that note, a lot of people are asking, is it okay to bring the coils on planes? I've been on at least 5 flights with the David Wong, even the big coils and the Qi coils. Sometimes they open it up and then but they check it, there's no problem. So I haven't had any issues with that.
Neither have I.
Yeah. So sometimes the magnets, the big therapeutic magnets, they usually show up on their scanners, whatever. And then they just ask you, is this a magnet? And then you say, yes, it's okay. And they just put it back and that's it. So maybe it triggers something, but then, you know, they don't have any problems with the coils or the magnets. So how to maximize the effects of the Qi coils, just a few tips that I personally would recommend is, you know, drink lots of water, breathe, meditate, do Qigong, change your diet. You know, those are obvious things that you need to be doing in order to, you know, transform your mind and body, no matter what kind of modality you use. I personally, in the morning, I use the yin coil because it helps you to expand, helps you to kind of, you know, get your qi flowing, get your body energy flowing. And then when I'm working, depending on what, you know, I'm working on, sometimes I use the yin one when I need to rush and need to really focus. I use the yin coil for, you know, 15 to 20 minutes. And then if I'm just doing regular work, I'll use the yang coil. Sorry, that's reversed. So I use the yang coil if I need a quick boost of energy. I use the yin coil if I, you know, just for general work. If I'm exercising, I'll use the yang coil to help me really push harder, you know, if I'm doing something intense. When I'm meditating, relaxing, or sleeping, I'll use the yin coil. So do you have anything to add to that, Parvinder? Have you tried the difference between the two coils and how?
Yeah, I have actually. I tried them both, and I find like even for a meditation, I've also used the yang just because I just, you know, I like to see the effects on my body. And so I placed it actually right on my third eye, just to see if I could actually feel it. And I could. And it was actually pretty amazing because it's such a small little thing. I was actually surprised how fast it started working. And that one, I think I used the pineal gland. I used the pineal gland frequency for while I was meditating. And the interesting thing is, even when I placed the Qi coil on my heart, it even worked. It even worked then to stimulate the pineal gland as well. So yeah, I used it for that, and I haven't used it yet for exercise, but I definitely want to try. I haven't been exercising as much as I've wanted to, but I actually gave it to one of my clients to use temporarily because he was, you know, kind of in a low. He wasn't able to come to the clinic. So I went to him, and he did say that he was actually in critical condition, and he did say that it definitely helped boost his morale, and it helped him sleep deeper, which is obviously really important for healing. And so he had a really good experience with it too, in terms of, you know, body pain, sleep, and boosting the life force energy of the body. So yeah, it can be used in so many different ways. Just because of the size, it's so versatile.